Well, welcome back, everyone. A new all-time high in markets today. Let's get right into where markets are into this close. We're sitting with the S&P E-minis, the market, at around 60.26. An indecision candle so far printing. You can see it on the weekly, you can see it on the daily. And I've also got a 4-hour and a 1-hour chart here. So we're looking at the S&P E-minis, or the S&P 500, across multiple time frames with a very straightforward and powerful signaling toolkit called the TRP, or the Trader Rescue Package, developed by 33-time championship trader, competition-winning tools from Rob Hoffman. And when we're looking at what's on screen in terms of the key signaling, it's fairly straightforward. All we have to see is a on-chart buy dot underneath the candle, targets that come with it, and of course the direction of the channel along with stop losses. Now in the subchart, we get an added benefit, understanding that this buy moment came into play with the positive momentum shift in the uppermost quadrant of the subchart on this weekly time frame. However, it's at the top of that channel. Starting down here, we've got a move that's just at the beginning. Starting up here, we've got a move that's in completion. So as we see prices rise through the election win from Trump, we note that the TRP momentum crossover lines are in a positive state, but they've got a negative divergence. We made a high in price here, a high in the momentum lines, a higher high in price, but a lower value for the momentum lines. Now this effectively spells out the completion of a move. Now on a daily chart, we did get that buy signal on the 6th, and you can see prices continue to rise, but the target's up over here. That's a target 1, by the way. The channel is still sloping up on the daily, channel is still sloping up on the weekly, and that means the trend is still up. But the tell here is what's happening on the ground now. The 4-hour chart, which got into a runaway breakout. You see where that positive momentum shift hit down over here? And we got the buy dot right there, and prices broke above the top of the channel and it started to slope up. We got above the target 1, the midline, the target 2, and we had a runaway. This is something that the TRP toolkit can scan for. I'm going to share that with you in a very special session coming up this Wednesday in just a moment. But when you look at what's happening up here and you look at the momentum crossover lines, despite the channel sloping up, we've got a negative momentum shift. And that would imply the beginning of the end of the rise, or at least a pause before another and likely final bounce higher in this market. The 1-hour chart does lead us into the end of the day, telling us that we are trapped in a sideways moving channel on a sell signal, but by and large, the momentum is still tilted up, as we know from the bigger time frames. So what's the expectation? A dip and bounce would be the idea. A dip that could take us from 60.28 all the way down to here. Well, that would not be off base, actually. A bounce would likely follow, and then a completion of the overall move with a bigger move down. Now, that's a fairly sizable move. 40 plus about 30 points, 70 points on the S&P E-minis. We don't have to get all the way down there. Okay, but a dip and bounce would be likely. The alternative over here provided by the toolkit is we're in a process of completing this move with a move up that is minor to slightly higher all-time highs, i.e. getting us into the 60-60 to 60-80-ish area, and then a completion in totality, coming down and actually probably breaking upward sloping channels, getting them to slope down. Now, more on this and how to identify market direction, how to scan for individual items that can run away from a signal like that. We ran away. That signal was provided when that bar was, well, at completion in the 57.80 high 80s and all the way up into the 60-50 area. That's a massive move and something that we can scan for that I'm going to be sharing with you using my tools in combination with Rob's tools. And that's going to happen this Wednesday. Simply go to becomeabettertrader.com/yes and join me at this very special session on how to identify in a very straightforward manner without spending a whole bunch of time higher probability trading candidates within a market and getting that market move right overall as well. Looking forward to seeing you at that session. Simply go to becomeabettertrader.com/yes to get yourself registered. It's Wednesday, November the 13th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time that the session starts. It's not recorded. Looking forward to seeing you there live. Have an incredible rest of your trading day. Bye for now.